Welcome to Grace and Strength. I'm Allison with Awaken and Free, and today's class is one of a 6-part series. And today's theme is I am included. And in this class, it's an active, energizing flow. And so if you're just jumping in, I want you to make this your own. If you have your own yoga practice, feel free to take the postures the way you like to, make variations as needed, and use your own playlist, whatever you want to do to make this really about your own flow. So excited to be with you. We'll get started when you're ready. And so for today's practice, just start in a simple seated. This will be our meditation. But if you prefer to lay down right now, also be free to do that. But I'm going to guide us from a seated posture. So from here, just again, find yourself sitting tall. Notice the shoulders, if they're rounding or if they're hunched up. Just let them relax down. Feel the crown of your head reach up, and maybe the hands are either face down on your knees or face up, or maybe they're just resting in your lap. And if it feels comfortable to you, closing your eyes just to eliminate distractions, and just to start to turn that attention inward. Just taking a moment to notice if there's sounds around you or smells, temperature of the room, just kind of rooting yourself into the present. So this idea of I am included, I think, I don't know about you, but I know for me there are just times where I feel like the story I tell myself is that I don't belong. And when that's the filter that I lead with, then I find that. And I say, oh, see, I don't belong there. I don't belong here. And so I've been asking God to create a new path of my thoughts that say, no, I do actually belong. I am included. So that I don't start to look around and find the places where I don't belong. And so don't we do that? We can get this storyline stuck in our head, and then that's how we start to see the world. And so I would hope that not in just this class, but in this whole series, that we can start to ask God to reframe the places where we've believed lies and come back to what is true. And so from here, I'm just going to read from Romans 8:17, actually 15 through 17. And so just, again, as always, soak the words. Let them wash over you. Notice to what stirs. It says, this resurrection life you received from God is not a timid, grave-tending life. It's adventurously expectant, greeting God with a childlike, what's next, Papa? God's Spirit touches our spirits and confirms who we really are. We know who He is, and we know who we are, Father and children. And we know we are going to get what's coming to us, an unbelievable inheritance. We go through exactly what God goes through. If we go through the hard times with Him, then we're certainly going to go through the good as well. And I think this idea of God, this like, what's next, Papa? We are included in what God's doing. This God of the universe who's put everything in motion has brought us in to what God is up to. And so if you ever doubt that, your inheritance is with God. And He is eager to let us play a part. Let us play our part in that work. And so from here, maybe the eyes stay closed. We'll just inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale to your heart. Just starting a little intentionally. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw it into the heart. Last one, inhale. Bring it together. 3 breaths here, eyes closed, hands to prayer, just offering up whatever you need to give to the Lord. Hands coming to your knees. We'll just find a few little circles before we jump in. So taking the left shoulder to the right knee, and we'll just swoop forward and then back. So make it whatever expression you want. Just kind of notice what feels good in your spine. It's like a little self-massage. Take the circles big or make them small. And then as you're ready, you can just switch directions. Just want to start to become aware of our body, where we hold our tension, where we hold these lies, and just give it space to move out. We just go through life sometimes. We just keep pushing through, and there's this buildup that happens within us, and we just want to get it out so we can clearly hear and clearly walk in truth. As you're ready, just start to find neutral. And we'll turn towards tabletop. And from here, finding a few cat-cow flows. Again, a little more massage. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tailbone. Let the breath lead the movement as you exhale, round the tailbone towards the heel slowly. Drop the chin towards the chest. Let your breath guide you as you're ready to inhale. Start the movement. Feel as though you're pulling the heart between the shoulders. Exhaling to round. 2 more like that. Last one. And then finding neutral spine after your exhale. And we'll extend the left leg out, press the left toes into the mat, and then we'll just bring that left foot flat. Take the right foot, and we'll just kick it so that the right heel's in line with the right knee. And root into the right hand, we'll reach that left arm up. This is a little modified side plank here. And then we'll take that left bicep over the ear, feel a little more length in the side body. Either stay here if you want a little more, lift that left leg up, flexing the foot. As you exhale, we'll just kind of do a little crunch, drawing the elbow towards the knee. It's okay if they don't touch. But thinking about engaging right here, the obliques on the left side, drawing it together. Finding 2 more. Feel as though you're moving through mud, nice and slowly, not rushing through. Hand comes down. Square the hips back off. Bring that left knee back and maybe just make some circles. Realign before we take the other side. As you're ready, right leg extends back. Pressing the toes into the mat, lift the gaze towards the front of your mat, and then we'll bring that right foot to flat. You can bring the left knee in line with the left heel, root into your left hand, right arm reaches up. Thinking about hugging the shoulder blades together behind the heart, growing taller in that right arm. Reach the bicep over the ear, grow long, and then maybe picking that right leg up. Full breath in. As you exhale, draw it together. Moving slow, inhale, open up. Exhale together. 2 more. Last one. Coming back to neutral. Again, just quick adjustments before we move into our down dog. Curl the toes under, walk the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, rise up, lifting the hips high. We'll just do a little hip opener here. So we'll take the right foot, and you're going to cross the right foot, the right ankle over the left knee. So you're like in a figure 4, but in your down dog. And then draw that right knee away from you and press the hips back and up. You should start to feel that in the back of your left hamstring. 1 more full breath in. Just switching sides. If anything doesn't feel right in your body, please feel free to opt out of that position. I want you to listen to what works and what doesn't, and you honor where you're at. So this time, left ankle's crossed over right knee, and then the left knee, just gently draw it away from you. Lift the hips high. And then undo that there. Right leg lifts high. Shift forward, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, press it back. Right knee, left elbow, bring it across the body. And then this time we're going to bring that right foot out to the left, pinky edge. come to that right hand, and we're gonna open up fallen star. So your back foot is bladed down. Notice if the hips are dumping, can you lift the hips high? As you exhale, left hand comes down. We're gonna bring that right knee back center, and now we're gonna come to flip dog. So we'll take that right foot behind and open up, wild thing. From here, start to move towards a side plank. Right knee coming in towards your chest. Can you step it forward? Runner's lunge for a moment. Get yourself situated. As you're ready, inhale to rise up. Crescent lunge. Softening the shoulders, lifting that back inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Full breath in. As you exhale, hands reach back. Hover the belly over the thigh. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hover. This time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to twist left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If you want to bring it down, if you want a modified crescent twist, just drop the knee down. Otherwise, keep the knee lifted. If you've dropped the knee, maybe you can pick it back up. Untwist here, hands come down. We'll step forward, chair pose. From here, root into your right foot. We're gonna come up and balance. Right foot, left knee comes in towards the chest. Again, we'll cross ankle over the right knee. Start to shift back like you're in chair pose again. Arms reach forward. Getting a good hip opener right here. Left side. Maybe the hands come to heart. Maybe they hook. Here, if you have that arm balance flying pigeon here and you want to take it, go for it. Maybe you do this round a few times, this flow, and then you take it later. Otherwise, stand back up, stepping back, crescent lunge. Left hand down, right arm reaches. Keep engaged in that back leg. Exhale, right hand down, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa or right to down dog. Once you're in down dog, just find a good deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Just release whatever's built up. As you're ready, left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow on an exhale. Inhale back up. Left knee to nose. Inhale back up. Cross the body, left knee, right elbow, and then kick the leg out. Come to the pinky edge. Walk that left hand to center, blade the back foot. Reach up, fallen star. Notice if the hips dump. Lift high, root into that hand. Then right hand comes down. Left knee to chest. And then we're going to flip it over. Wild thing. Now we're going to start shifting to side plank. Draw that left knee in towards your chest as graceful as you can. Stepping in to that runner's lunge. Get your stance. Root into the feet, inhale, rising up. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward, arms sweep back. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift forward, hooking that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Hands press together, spiral open. Use that force together to twist open further, maybe dropping the knee down. If you've dropped the knee, pick it back up. Hands come down, step back up, chair pose. This time rooting into your left foot. Rise up, bring the right knee into chest, cross the right ankle. Find that chair again. Arms reaching out kind of helps counter the balance. Draw that right knee down, keep that right foot flexed. And then come back up, stepping back, crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand down, left arm high. Hand comes down, flow it out, vinyasa or down dog. So as I said, if you have more time and you want to do that again a few times, feel free. Otherwise, we're going to start to make our way into pigeon. So right leg lifts. Shift forward, right knee to nose. Bring that right knee to the outside of your right wrist. And then just dropping down. If your hips feel really tight, you'll just want to keep that right heel drawing in towards your groin. If you feel a little more open, just kind of walk it towards parallel. Let's bring our hands to the outside of our hips. Just lift the hips and square them off. Checking behind that the foot's in line with the knee, knees in line with the hip. Find a breath lifted here. As you exhale, hinge forward with a flat back, finding your pigeon. Whatever that is, if you can fully lay into it, maybe you need to be propped on your forearms. If this just doesn't work for you at all, you can take figure 4 on your back. Just looks like this, crossing your right ankle over your left knee. You can thread the needle. So different options. They're all hip openers. They're all doing the same thing. But just hearing, just like to always bring us back to our starting point. So Romans 8:15, as you're just in pigeon, what is God speaking to you in these words today, right now? This resurrection life you receive from God is not timid, a grave-tending life. It's adventurously expectant, greeting God with a childlike, "What's next, Papa?" God's Spirit touches our spirit and confirms who we really are. We know who He is, and we know who we are, Father and children. And we know we are going to get what's coming to us. An unbelievable inheritance. We go through exactly what Christ goes through. If we go through the hard times with Him, then we certainly go through the good times with Him too. So finding 3 more full breaths in your pigeon, maybe you can let go a little more here. Surrender a little bit more in your body to those words. That you are included in this plan. This inheritance is yours. As you're ready, just slowly walk yourself back up. You can curl the back toes under and just make your way into a down dog, just lifting that right leg. Feel free to shake it out. Just moving in a way to reset before we take the other side. When you're ready, lift the left leg. Shift forward, bringing that left knee to your nose, and then drop the left knee to the outside of the left wrist. You'll see Joe doing that if you need. And again, just checking in with your hips. If your left heel's in closer, that's a little more space for your hips. If you have capacity to work your shin towards parallel, take that. But take a moment before you just flow into resting in it. Lift up, bring the hands to the sides of your hips. Square off here. And then as you're ready, just slowly walk forward, staying with a long spine. And just observe, maybe one hip feels tighter or more open, and just notice the places you hold. Our hips are these vulnerable spaces where we kind of stuff emotions. I've heard it called the garage of our emotions, where you don't know what to do with it, so you put it there. And so this space can be intense and vulnerable and stir things up. And so just let your breath guide you where you can go today. But maybe you can call to mind places where you felt like you don't belong, where you have felt excluded, pushed out. Maybe in those memories, in those thoughts, you just allow God to come in. Ask God to show you how he sees you in those places. What would he want to say? Because like a child saying, "What's next, Papa?" that means you belong. You're included. And as you're ready, find 2 more full breaths here, a little more surrender before we come out. And then slowly start to walk yourself back up. If you want to come back into that down dog and just gently move out your left leg. Then we'll just slowly come to our backs, however you want to get there. Hug the right knee into your chest, let the left leg go out long. Let the shoulders root down. And then from here, take the left hand to the right knee and just guide that right knee over to the left side. And more than getting the knee to touch the ground, can you keep both shoulders rooted down? If you've started to lock out your jaw, can you just maybe find a soft opening in your mouth and release that tension? Let the space between your eyes soften. Just bringing out the lies that we've held on to for too long. It's time for us to walk in what is true. That you have a valuable place at the table. You're ready, just come back center. Hug both knees in. And then right leg goes out long, left knee hugs in. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee, bring that knee over to the right side. Arm out like a T, or you can bend at the elbow. Maybe the gaze follows that left hand. Again, awareness to keeping both shoulders rooted down. Just gently scanning the body, noticing where you're gripping, that you don't need to be. Then inhale, come back center, hug your knees into your chest. As you inhale, curl into a tight ball, bringing your forehead into your knees. As you exhale, just full body stretch, let everything come out long. Maybe just gently shake out the legs, take them as wide as your mat. Just taking up the full space of your mat. No shrinking back, no hiding, you belong here. Maybe the arms are just open wide, receiving your place. God, it's with grateful hearts that we say thank you, that you count us worthy to be part of what you're doing, that you give us a valuable role in the story you're writing. Draw us back into truth where we have believed untruths. Show us just how much you include us. And if there's places where we already count ourselves out, may you nudge us and remind us of this truth. So soaking in this meditation, taking your time. Feel free to stay here and get up when you feel ready. I don't want to set that time for you. I want you to just truly trust how long you can be here. But I just always want to say thank you for showing up